Carla, his whole staff, and also AEG International and Bollywood USA for making all this possible. Sir, it's a great honor.
Pleasure's all mine.
Yeah. Sir, I'll get right to it. I mean, you have blessed us with so many timeless melodies over the years, And basically, do you have a personal favorite?
It's so difficult to point out one particular favorite. I always say that my most favorite song is the one that I'm composing.
Gotcha.
Because, you literally live with it, you breathe it, you romanticize that particular composition. And so it's always, the one that I'm working on. However, I mean, having said that, there've been, I think, amongst all of the ones, I think it's easier for me to sort of say, right, which are the ones that were game changers for me.
Gotcha.
I mean, I think Kabhi To Nazar Milao was a game changer
classic.
for me. Lift Kara, they took it onto a different level altogether. Tera Chehra. And now I've gone into a completely different zone with a track called Ali Ali from my new album Press Play.
Gotcha.
Because it's gone into a very Sufi kind of a space, which I was wanting to do for a long time, but I never got around to it.
You have a lot of fans worldwide, and everybody's anticipating Press Play. Can you tell us about the album Press Play? How it came about and all that?
Well, yeah. I mean, it took a bit longer than anticipated. It ended up taking longer to create. I guess I was sort of busy with so many different things, and the process was a little longer than my other albums. The gap became a bit longer, but I'm pretty excited about this album because I was able to sort of venture into new genres from the point of view of my compositions.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've always been a huge fan of and follower of Sufi music.
Okay.
And a lot of my friends used to turn around to me and say that, well, when are you going to compose something in Sufi? I said, listen, I'm not going to force it.
Right.
When it comes naturally, it'll happen.
Gotcha.
And so I came out with I came about with this song. I composed a song called Ali Ali, and in that, for the first time, I've used the azan. I incorporated the azan with music, which has never been done before ever. And then I used the kalima.
Gotcha.
And the thing is that there's such a soft side to Islam. Which people sometimes forget.
Right.
I mean, the Quran itself is a piece of poetry.
Exactly.
It's not just a book of testament, but it's a poetic piece of work.
Gotcha.
And there's so much of art in it. So as a musician, I wanted to express the softer side of Islam, but the video of and the message of the song is actually about positivity.
Right.
That no matter what happens in life, if you have a positive attitude, you can achieve anything, and anything can anything good can happen. And that's what the song was about. Then I speak Punjabi, and although I'm a Pathan, but I mean I speak Punjabi. So a lot of my friends, I mean I've sung in so many different languages. I've sung in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Bengali, Marathi. But they turned around and said, "You speak Punjabi. How come you've not sung a song composed a song in Punjabi?" I said, "Again, when it happens naturally, I'll do it." So for the first time, I composed a song, which is in the album, and it's a fun song, and I had a great time doing it. So that's another first in the album, and then there's romance. There's a lot of fun in the album, different shades, different genres, and I think it's very important every time you come up with an album for you as an artist. You need to sort of grow and experiment rather than becoming a little bit subservient to the success that you've acquired in the past. That you sort of start. It's very easy for you to suddenly start getting dictated by it.
Gotcha.
Let me do this because people like this.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, I want to do it naturally,
Right.
but as an artist, I also want to experiment into other areas of music.
Sure.
So that's what Press Play is all about.
Exactly.
I was so confused about what to call it because there's so many different genres of music. I just turned around and said, you know what? Let the listener put the CD in the CD player and let him just press play.
Press play.
And figure it out for themselves.
Catch it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And I know you're about to rock the stage here in DC, and you have so many fans. When can we treat America with another tour here? When is your next up-and-coming tour coming here in these days?
Well, I mean, this particular tour is, as we sort of look at it, as a kind of a first leg.
First leg.
Because there are a lot of cities that we didn't visit this time because we thought that it would be better to split it in two halves.
Sure.
And so I think the other cities, like for example, we haven't done New York as yet. I'm really excited about that.
Gotcha.
LA, we haven't done. We haven't done Florida.
Gotcha.
And some cities of Vancouver and in Canada. So I think in the next few months we will be ready to announce the second leg of the tour.
We can't wait. One thing I did want to ask though, and because arguably I've heard that you are the fastest piano player in the entire world. Is that correct?
This is what they tell me. Never set out to be.
That's an amazing accolade. And
Sounds like a sport, doesn't it?
Now, the other thing I wanted to ask was that basically, we have a kind of an urban hip-hop following. I know you don't do a lot of melodies in your song, but how do you feel about hip-hop and rap music?
Oh, I love it because, a very integral part of my music revolves around rhythm.
Gotcha.
And hip-hop and rap is so rhythm-based.
Gotcha.
That when I hear it, it's I think it's got a tremendous vibe to it, which I love because even in my music, even though I have a lot of melody in my music, but I do play a tremendous amount with rhythm.
Gotcha.
And rap, for example, is very, very similar to. Over here, in rap, you're rapping about, society, you're rapping about issues and so on and so forth, but it's done in a very, very rhythmic way.
Sure.
And it doesn't have melody with it.
Gotcha.
It's spoken, but it's spoken with rhythm.
Gotcha.
And it's very similar to a kind of a tradition that we have, which is actually older, which we use for in classical music for the tabla.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And that is spoken, but it's rhythmic.
Gotcha.
So when I heard rap for the first time way back when, I immediately I immediately took to it because it has a tremendous similarity, and and you see rap and hip hop today, it's such philosophically speaking. They address so many very, very important issues,
Gotcha.
which is lovely. It's not all about romance.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's about hardcore issues
Right.
of what people are going through in society. There's tremendous amount of message that is imparted through hip hop as well as rap. I'm very fond of it.
Mr. Adnan Sami, it is a great pleasure. I will not take most of your time because I know you're about to take stage.